Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been really thinking about what it is I want to put on my YouTube channel, what types of videos you guys would want to see, what you want to know about me and my life basically. And I actually was just like staring into my room as I was thinking about this, and I saw all my competition accreditations lined up on the wall and just thought, that's something people who are not at the competitions, they never get to see it. They don't know what that part of the competition is like. So I kind of wanted to just get all my accreditations from all the major competitions that I've participated in, and kind of just do a bit of a throwback to all the competitions, and kind of just give you guys the highlights of every single competition, every single major competition that I've been to. If you are new to my YouTube channel, I am a weightlifter, as maybe Yaz in the back there might be giving away, that is what I do. That is me. It's not another person there. What up, Yaz? She's great. She keeps me company. So just to put things into perspective first, as a Maltese person, I am eligible to participate in 4 different multi-event games. Now, when we say games, obviously the most well-known games that I'm sure every single person knows about is the Olympic Games, and that is when there is a sporting event that brings all sports together competing under the same name, under the same competition name. So it's a multi-sport event games. As a Maltese person, I'm eligible for 4 different games. Of course, the biggest, the Olympic Games, and then there are the Commonwealth Games, which is for, as you would assume, the Commonwealth countries. Mediterranean Games, which, as you would assume, is for the Mediterranean countries, the ones that are like touching the Mediterranean Sea, and the University Games, which is also a massive games that's worldwide, eligible to everyone around the world, for athletes that are attending university. So I have actually managed to participate in all 4 games. The OGs, the Olympic Games, were the final games that I needed to participate in to kind of close that off. So yes, I am incredibly proud to say that I've participated at all the major games, and you will notice that the accreditation for those major games are slightly different, and I'll just go through all the details with those first. So I don't want this to be too long and dragging. I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with the very first accreditation that I got, and it was like really overwhelming. I had no idea we would get these badges and whatever, so I'll go ahead. Oh, here I am. So I started participating, they're really dusty. I'm really embarrassed. Well, so I started participating in international events, obviously with some more low scale, you know, not too massive events, which were like the small nations or some certain tournaments. But the first major competition I went to was, and this is really cute, I had no idea I had done this. I had like collected a few things and left them in there. Was the Commonwealth Championships in 2016. It was September of 2016, October of 2016, in Malaysia. It was the first time that I went to Asia in general, not just like on a competition. And it was my first major competition, and I actually needed this competition as a qualifier to qualify for Commonwealth Games and Mediterranean Games. So that was the whole point. I needed to get a good result at this competition to eventually go to the other games. For those who don't know, to get to a multi-event games, there is a qualifying system that goes beyond your national association or your national Olympic committee. You'd have to qualify through official IWF events to eventually get your place at these games. So yes, and you can see there that I kept the number I competed in, number 4. And I actually kept a few things. Now, I have not opened this since I came back from Malaysia in 2016, so this is gonna be quite fun actually. So I have some money here. I kept some money. So, kept some Malaysian money. I don't know what they're called. For the memories. And then I also kept these little passes we got. Obviously 63 was the weight class that I competed in, and then 85 was the weight class my friend competed in, another athlete that was competing at these championships. Flight ticket, we had to get 3 flights to Malaysia. It was from Malta to Istanbul, Istanbul to Kuala Lumpur, and then from like an internal flight to Penang, which was the island, the Malaysian island we were on. Green tea Kit Kat. I think I had never seen this before, so yeah, baby yes, it's cute. And then if I go more into like what the accreditation is, like why do you need an accreditation and stuff like that. So basically at any of these major championships, you are given an accreditation with your name and country that you're representing. If it is a games, you'll also, so like what I explained before, you'll also get the sports that you compete in. But you'll just see that it's basically just my name, my country, flag there, the name of the championships, and you will use this to get into the competition. So having your, you know, if you're an athlete that competes, you know that you would usually go into a weigh-in with a passport. The passport is not enough. You would need this to also weigh in and compete at the championships. And at a games, which I will go into and show you later, you will need your accreditation to get into the athletes village as well. So you'll have a barcode, and you would not be able to get into any of the official areas without the accreditation. So that was my first competition, my first accreditation. Also you can see like the lanyards are usually always personalized. I'm just realizing now that this does not say Commonwealth. It says Youth World Championships, and I'm just remembering that the Commonwealth Championships were done at the same time, like in conjunction with the 2016 Youth World Championships. So they obviously use the same lanyards, which I'm not complaining about. That looks super cute. So moving on, I'm gonna next show you my European. So the competition I did after the Commonwealth was the European Championships in Split in 2017, where I was the first Maltese female athlete to go to a weightlifting European Championships, and that would be this one. You can also see the lanyard is personalized as well. I also kept flight tickets. I kept the flight tickets, and I also kept the pass that they gave us. This was a bit of an upgrade from the Commonwealth pass. You can see that it's like a cardboard pass that then you stick onto your accreditation to give you permission to go into the warm-up area for the 63. Of course, me as an athlete, I did not need this pass, but each country is given 3 of these, and you can give it to your coach, your physio, your doctor, whoever's gonna help you in the warm-up area. So in fact, I also have a pass for the men's 105 plus, which is 105, no 105, men's, yes, 105 plus, law. Men's 105 plus, which is the category my friend was competing in, and of course I was there helping him warm up, loading the bar and stuff, so I had a pass for that as well. So that was my first European Championships in Split. Then 2 years later I went to the European Championships in Batumi, which is this one, where I competed in the 64 kilo category. You can see also the lanyard is personalized. And then this year I went to Europeans in Russia, where I competed in the 71 kilo weight class. This pass was a major upgrade for Europeans. You can see that it was a big cardboard pass that you stick onto your lanyards there, and you can get that pass to get into the warm-up area. I was like keeping the passes, even though I don't actually use them myself personally. So those are Europeans. So I've been to Europeans 3 times. We're gonna move on to Worlds. So the first time I competed at Worlds was in Ashgabat in Turkmenistan in 2018, and this was the first time I competed in the new weight class, the 64 kilo weight class, and it was the first ever qualifier for the Tokyo Olympics. So yes, this was a very big deal. I was also the first Maltese person ever to go to a weightlifting world championships, which is a big deal. And yes, this is I was in the group D, women group D, and this is the pass to get into the warm-up area. Whew, good times. I actually got really bad food poisoning at this event. Like most of the athletes did. If you speak to someone who went to Worlds that year, they would probably tell you that they also had food poisoning. I was literally in bed for a week right after. I was actually very lucky that it hit me right after my competition. A lot of people weren't as lucky and got hit before. That's so bad. And then in 2019, I competed in the 71 kilo weight class at Worlds in Pattaya. It was actually a really decent competition. I snatched 85, clean and jerked 105. So it was a 190 total. Quite a nice competition as well. Pattaya, Thailand was my first time in Thailand as well. And moving on to what we've all really been waiting for, which is the accreditations from the games. So the big events. And the first games I went to were the Commonwealth Games 2018 in Gold Coast, Australia. And can I just say, Gold Coast is still my favorite place that I've ever been to. It is literally like, has a special place in my heart, and I really can't wait to go back to Australia. This is, I wonder if I can show you. My dad actually framed the games accreditations for me a few years ago for the 2 games I had attended up until then. So yeah, I can't really get them out, but you can see this is the one on the, so this one, that is from Gold Coast, the Commonwealth Games, and the one, actually no, what am I on about? The first games I went to were the University Games, which is this one. So, I got very confused there for a second. So this is the first games I went to. It was the University Games, and I had no idea what games even were. Like, I was just told that I qualified. I was at university at the time, so it was like, okay, I'm eligible, why not just go? And I went up with 3 other athletes that were all swimmers, and I got there, we got this lanyard, and you can see that there are like pins there stuck all the way through the lanyard. And I remember just people coming up to me and being like, do you want to trade pins? And I had no idea that was a thing at all. You collect the pins, and all the pins are actually usually specific to those games. So they're one of a kind. You will have like the games edition, the year on it, and you know, it's a super special way to kind of keep a souvenir that only you as an athlete can have. So yeah, that was really nice. You can see that there's the barcodes there on the accreditation. A little red weightlifter there to show that I am a weightlifter, which means I can get into like all the weightlifting venues and stuff like this, training hall, etc. There's also like what area food hall I can get into, because in the athletes village, once you get in with the barcode, you will need there is a food hall specific for the athletes. That's like 24/7, and yeah, that's how you get into it. And oh my god, the food hall in Taipei. So this was in Taipei, Taiwan. The University Games were in Taipei, Taiwan. The food there was incredible. Like I literally had wontons and dumplings for breakfast every single day. But anyway, and this one here is from Commonwealth Games. So this came after. So this was 2017, summer 2017, and this was April 2018. And even though I thought I knew what to expect because of Taipei, like I thought I knew what a games, what a multi-event games would entail, the Commonwealth Games are just like a whole other level. The athletes village was insane. Like our apartments were really nice. We had a pool in each building. We had hairstylists that we could go for free to, and an outside barbecue. We had a guy playing the guitar in the like square where all the athletes would, you know, just chill. A free ice cream truck every now and again. It was just insane. Like nothing would have prepared me to how incredibly massive those games were. I'm actually in the process of trying to qualify for the upcoming Commonwealth Games next year in Birmingham, so I really hope I get there. So the third games that I went to were the Mediterranean Games. This is gonna be a bit of a buzzkill. As games, I was told they're not as massive as the university or Commonwealth, but of course I had very high expectations because I had just been to university games in Taipei, which is massive, Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast, which was massive, and then I get to these Mediterranean Games and they were just tiny, they were small, they were not extravagant, there was not an athletes village. We did not have a 24/7 food hall, and of course that's not why you go to these championships, obviously, but yes, even the accreditation is a bit more like buzzkill. Like it's not as, it didn't feel as special. Like you're at the games, but it didn't feel as special as like the other games. Even like in terms of pins and stuff, like no one really made the effort. You can see like I literally have a total of 5 pins and one of them is the Maltese one, so 4 pins. But the last one that I'm going to be showing you guys is the OGs, the most special accreditation I have. I will be getting it framed alongside a photo of me in Tokyo. But everything about Tokyo was special. Everything about Tokyo was special, and the accreditation did not disappoint. So, unlike the one from Med Games, my accreditation is heavy with pins, like literally so heavy with pins. It became a bit impossible to carry it around my neck with all the pins. I actually had to take them all off and then kind of put them back on when I came back. And this is the accreditation from Tokyo. It's still so strange that I was there, guys. I was there. I was in Tokyo. That's me in Tokyo. Like, it's still bizarre. What the, how was I? Anyway, it's another video. So yes, this is it. This is the accreditation. Show you guys the pin that Malta gave out. This is the Maltese pin. Some lucky athletes managed to find one of the 6 Maltese athletes at the games and managed to collect a very rare pin. And yes, I have pins from absolutely, probably, you know, 50% of the countries. There are so many countries obviously competing, and that's possible to find an athlete from every single country. I would say USA had a great pin. They had a weightlifting specific pin, which is really cute. Oh yes, so Saudi Arabia, their pin was like on another level. Like, you know, we were just trading pins, like taking them off our lanyards and like trading them offhand. For Saudi, the way they did their pin exchange, it was actually in a box that you would open like with a ribbon, and it would open up like a flower, and then there was another plastic like a ring box inside. And in fact, when an athlete from Saudi gave me this pin, I just kept thinking, what did this person give me? Like, it's thank you, very sweet, blah blah blah, but what is it? What did this person give me? And I'm opening it, and then I open this box, like there's a ring in it, and I see this pin, and it was just like so bizarre that we had been just very casually giving our pins off our lanyards, and you know, they did it to this extreme, super cool level. Yeah, so many nice pins though, so many cool pins that I collected in Tokyo. And then, like the other multi-event games, there's the barcode to get into the village, WLF, Weightlifting Federation, to show that I'm a weightlifter. There's the passes for all the venues that I can get into. This was the pass to get into the warm-up area for my group. So I was in the 64 kilo B group. Yes, and then we had this. So this is like a wooden pass with the Team Coca-Cola logo on it. And basically there were vending machines all around the Olympic Village where you would scan this and get your drinks for free. So it was just like a scanner to get drinks from the vending machines, and yeah. Great, this is such a great accreditation. Worth so much to me. Yep, so that's it guys. I'm just gonna wear all my accreditation. I do have a few more from like the University Championships, Roma Cup, World Cup, and you know, some other like smaller events. Of course, to get to these major events, you have to do a lot of smaller events first. I'm just gonna hold these all like this. My trophies, my memories. Okay, so guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. If there's anything else you want to see, anything else you want me to talk about, please leave it in the comments below and I will get back to you, and I will try and create content surrounding your wants and needs. So yes, thank you for watching guys, really appreciate it. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel to always stay updated with the new content, and I will see you next time. Ciao!